Kamara Drive-In. It's the coach. This is Madden Football on EA Sports. Coming up, 2017 Offensive Rookie of the Year, Alvin Kamara. Fresh off a big performance a week ago, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Washington Redskins. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
And, Coach, we find ourselves due east from our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the Washington Redskins. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Redskin team as they interplay here. We're in October now, so everybody should be coming into form, shouldn't they?
They really should, and what you have now is a full routine established about what you want to get done and full focus on the season.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Cowboys, they come into this one off a bit of a clunker last time out, a loss that ended their 5-game winning streak. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. As we get a peek at the former number 2 overall pick, Mitchell Trubisky.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
Now a first carry from Giovanni Byrd. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult 3rd down call now.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Now it's Ginn. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. So out comes the Redskins offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by their veteran quarterback, a former Blue Hen out of Delaware. It's Joe Flacco.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
The numbers there for Kamara from a week ago. There isn't a coach alive who wouldn't like those numbers. Well over 100 yards and a touchdown, too.
Partner, I think all the coaches who are in that great coaching box in the sky would take those numbers.
So dead or alive?
Either way, they would take that kind of production.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
How about the fellas with the stars on the side of their helmets rising up on defense? We always hear about the Cowboys' rushing offense. Their rush defense is pretty good as well, I think, because they're so cohesive. Defensive line, linebackers really work well together.
They'll start on the ground here with Bernard. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. The numbers last week for Bernard, 11 carries, 54 yards.
He's having a nice season, and he knows where he ranks in the league. Don't ever let a running back tell you that they don't know that. They do. So what he's doing now is lobbying the offensive coordinator all week long. Hey, how about a few more touches? He's one big game away from maybe leading the league.
That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Here's a look at the starters defensively for Washington. They were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. 2nd and 10 now. It's Trubisky on the screen. Bernard. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Give him 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And they'll get him down up past the 15. Try to escape the shadow of their goalpost. That helped. 10 yards. 1st down. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they...
And now nothing but green ahead of him. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play there out of Kamara, 84 yards. So all the way down close to the goal line. Good blocking up front. Helped to spring it.
When this drive is over, he's got to get to the bench and sing Kumbaya with you.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Kenny Stills, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins have taken a first-quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They go play action here on 1st down. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains, And really, it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised if they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
And this one's incomplete. Giovanni Bernard, the intended receiver, out of the backfield. And it's 3rd down. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
Cooper's first catch, and good for a first down.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
They're going deep in the playbook, and a great grab on the other end. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw, trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. In on the stop, it's Tahir Whitehead. On 3rd down, Trubisky. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
These type of plays are backbreakers for our defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big 1st down, and sets up 1st and goal inside the 10.
It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal. So that run gets them about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
They give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be 3rd and goal.
Brandon, now we find out what their definition of commitment is. They've run it on the first 2 plays. Do they come back and do it again? They're that much closer to getting into the end zone.
Yeah, inching closer and really knocking on the door now. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage.
There are certain drives in a game where anything less than a touchdown that caps it feels like an absolute disappointment. This is one of those drives.
And Sturgis able to knock it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle. Right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on,
one?
what does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Bootleg, Flacco. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Ardarius Stewart there. And that'll bring up 2nd down. And a look at the defense for the Cowboys.
A player that demands our attention, demands that we spotlight him, highlight him, whatever you want to call it, is Cameron Wick, the defensive end for the Miami Dolphins, because at the age of 35, he had 10.5 sacks. The 5th time in his career he's hit double digits. All this after 2 seasons ago, coming back from an Achilles tear. Cameron Wake knows how to get it done.
Incomplete on 1st down. Now Flacco on 2nd. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
At the end of 1, they're looking at a 2nd and short yardage to start things out. pass. Flacco. Ebron with it over the middle. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. First target, first catch, and a first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game. And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Khalil Mack. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And he finds Stills, complete. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Kenny Stills with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Here's Trubisky to throw. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Throw left side is complete to Reed. That one goes for 24 yards.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. And incomplete here, so a little razzle-dazzle on that one. But they couldn't hook up, and it's 3rd down. 3rd and 2. Now Trubisky. Cooper's got it. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. They just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
The tackle is made by Micah Hyde.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't have been...
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Jordan Reed, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys draw a bit closer.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
Sturgis adds the PAT, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Operating off play action, Flacco. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Cameron Wake in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41. Alvin Kamara really settling into the league in his second season. And, of course, he came out of Tennessee, but not a lot of people remember he started at Alabama.
He did, and got caught in that big mix of running backs at Bama. And they like those bigger, thicker runners, those guys who can break down defenses through the middle. Alvin Kamara ended up leaving Alabama, going to a junior college for a while. I believe he went to Hutchinson Junior College before matriculating at Tennessee and finding his way to the NFL, where he is now a star.
Third down. Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. He's going to go for a big play downfield. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
They'll start out on the ground. It's T.J. Yeldon. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game, because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
The Cowboys on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Underneath, this is Bernard. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. Well, they do get 5 there, but it's not enough. And it'll be 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play, because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. The defensive end, Cameron Wake, brings him down. The Redskins on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. Taking on the midfield logo. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. Over the middle, Cooper with it. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Trubisky will throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 3 for 7 so far in this game. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Jordan Reed has it. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half. Now Trubisky on 1st down. This will be caught inside the 10. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, he does have 1 touchdown in the game already, and while this one won't go for 6, it's enough to get him 1st and goal. But you and I both know he's going to be a little upset he didn't cross the goal line for a 2nd time in this one.
Might want the ball here on the next play. And this is caught for a touchdown. Now hold everything here. Flag in the backfield. This one might be coming back.
Holding offense.
Would have put him in the lead, but
Still
hold that
1st down.
thought.
Yeah, the celebration had to stop, didn't it? Because now you're on a real uptick. You're in the lead. Instead, you're still behind. Have to find a way to regroup.
Trubisky to throw again. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Jordan Reed with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Cowboys are in for 6.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown
Already
there.
looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Joe Flacco here. We get a peek at what he's done so far in this game. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him. Final 24 seconds of the 1st half as they come up here 1st and 10. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he powers his way up past the 30. The Redskins now going to use the 1st of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. On 2nd down, Kamara. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. 1st and 10, and Flacco looking to throw. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the 1st half. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. From the gun, Flacco. Throwing deep for Stewart. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. He was trying to find Ardarius Stewart, and it's 3rd and short. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Ball Barring a flag, final play here for Flacco and company. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Trayvon LeBlanc with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So we have reached halftime here. The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
And a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And this is a catch by Ted Ginn. Flacco now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10. A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Again, it's Kamara. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
When I see Cameron Wake make plays like that, I can't help but shake my head sometimes. He had to go to Canada first before he came back to the NFL, where he's now an All-Pro.
Yeah, undrafted out of Penn State, but look at him now.
And just think about all the pass-rushing moves he has, his ability to play against the run. Remember, he was a combo outside linebacker, defensive end. Now he's just simply one of the best in the NFL.
And Catanzaro's kick is right through, and that will tie things at 17 all. So good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt, just the way you used to hit him, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was a high score.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Gotta wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
Well, it certainly appears that the big guys up front have taken charge of the line of scrimmage. 2 really nice plays back-to-back. But on the defensive side of the ball, there shouldn't be any despair. Okay, they've got us a couple of times here. Hang in there, keep your composure, and try and figure it out for the next play.
And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
What a catch and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get that
they?
little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
It's a loss of 10 yards on the play. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And that is incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended target, and now it's second down.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
Throw left side complete. That's Wells. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives him much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Now it's Trubisky, and he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
He did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to third and goal.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a third one.
Yeah, now from this spot on third down, I think he'd probably throw it here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. They won't even send in a running play here, I don't believe. I think they go ahead and try and throw it for a touchdown.
And Sturgis able to knock it through. And with that, they take the lead here 20-17. Now, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the third quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Setting up to throw, Flacco. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Third and long for Joe Flacco. And that is incomplete.
Started to look like maybe his third or his fourth read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
And this will be taken at the 13. Good blocking there, and nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he's got the open man. It's Allen on the comebacker. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Trubisky now, perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Trubisky. And Reed with it over the middle. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 15 yards through the air and a 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Looking to throw, Trubisky on 1st down. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
The coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They got to feel pretty good about that one.
Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. Trubisky will come up here 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And it'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
Delay of game, offense.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
He drops it off for Bernard. And he showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. That one good for 10 yards, and they're going to have a 3rd down. He's having a nice game through the air. His decision-making's been really good. Solid there again. Just seeing nothing downfield, goes underneath. Nice game.
How about the patience? Because when you're having a big game through the air, you're looking for those chunk plays, those big ones downfield.
And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Mitchell Trubisky, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise?
Sometimes when you have a running back who's gotten off to a hot start, you've got to catch him before he really gets going. So you change what you do across the defensive front. Instead of the linebackers being back a few yards, you bring them up closer. It's what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, taking away a lot of blocking angles and gaps and maybe stopping him before he can get going.
Mugging the line of scrimmage, okay.
Yeah, in this case.
They run it again with Kamara. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
It's the Redskins with the football, but trailing here as we get down to the good stuff. Quarter number 4. On first down, Flacco. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Now Flacco. It's caught, Stills, right side. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
Ah, that's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot defensively. How do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards it.
Here we go. 4th down, 4th quarter. Flacco. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. Flacco now, perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it that time to Ted Ginn. That'll bring up 2nd down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They're hitting it just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 9. Operating out of the gun, Flacco. That's complete, right around the 8. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Redskins are able to make this a close game again. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep your assignments, let them run it in. They did.
Fundamental football. Good blocking. Beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
This will be taken about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. And that one goes incomplete. They tried something out of the bag of tricks, but it's incomplete and now 2nd down. Now Trubisky. That's caught left side by Bellamy. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
So the solid run on 1st, and I would imagine no real hurry to run that 2nd down play.
No, it's all on your quarterback now. He's going to keep an eye on the play clock and bleed things down, and he's not going to let the ball be snapped until it's inside 3 seconds left on the play clock. Unless, of course, you're playing a video game, you're trying to run it up on your friend.
Nice touch. Cold-blooded, too.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the 1st down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the 4th quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off. Didn't have a receiver open downfield, as it turned out. Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. He'd had some success as a runner previously on this drive, just not as much space there that time.
Yeah, this time when he pulled it down, they were ready for him, so I think he's going to have to fling a few in order to open up that running lane again.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden, they're down. First and 10 here for Flacco. And this is going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to his running back, Alvin Kamara, and that'll bring up second down. Incomplete on first down. Now Flacco on second. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, his intended target. And it'll bring up third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Flacco off play action. The catch made over the middle by Ginn. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Here's Bernard, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Again, here's Bernard. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
Now that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge 4th quarter stop? 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. Had a 1st down on that last catch as well.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. They'll run it now out of the gun. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here...
Oh, no, he lost the football. Into the Redskins. Have it they do.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
And that incompletion was caused by the defense. I think they were trying to get one into the middle of the field, trying to find a receiver there. But they were in zone defense. And what are the advantages of being in zone? Eyes and reaction. Eyes meaning all eyes are on the quarterback and able to react when he throws the football and rally to that spot. And that's exactly what happened there. Able to get there and knock it away.
So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. They face a critical third down now, needing a score here in the late going. Flacco from the gun. And he connects with Ebron. He's at the 30. 10. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Back to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. And the avenue collapsed for him as he's going to be held up short of the goal line. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's 3rd and goal. Ebron's got it. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call.
Holding, offense.
So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just working the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
He's back to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. The Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu, there defensively to make the play. Great hands there defensively to knock the ball away in the end zone. My partner just stood up. It's 4th and goal, and the game coming down to 1 play.
And there's no way you're getting me back down there again. They have to do it one more time. This is exciting.
Glad you remembered to come back on mic for this. They go for it on 4th and goal, but that lines up incomplete. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now Bernard. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. They'll run again with Bernard. And he will have the 1st down at about the 21-yard line. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. The Cowboys on their way to victory as they take a knee. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not in a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for the Cowboys, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Redskins, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.